The rain was pouring heavily outside. It was past midnight and Jungkook had no plans for coming back home until the morning as he was left with so much work, but he has to come. He was worried, curious and a little bit afraid after he got a call from his wife. Never ever did she talk that way to him. Today there was so much pain in her voice that he couldn't help but to come to check on her. Searching the whole house, he finally came in the bedroom only to find you sleeping on the floor. His heart clenched seeing your condition. Your phone was laying beside you while your face covered with your hair. He slowly walked near you before picking you up from the floor and made his way towards the bed before he made you lay down on it and pull a blanket over. I never realized what I was doing. You're supposed to be the only one I should give all the happiness of this world, but I didn't know I was hurting you. He sat beside you and brushed those hair behind your ear before placing a soft kiss on your forehead. His heart was aching so badly when he saw those marks of dry tears on your cheeks that also ruined your liner. Go to that location right now. The weapons should load to the ship without any problem. Make sure there's proper security. He ordered his man, looking tensed about something. Suddenly his phone buzzed as it was in vibration mode. It was his personal phone, so he knew who could call him. He would have avoided it, but not your call. It's already been 4 times since he avoided it. Ryan, I'll call you back in a while. I don't have time. So he didn't finish his sentence when you cut his words. I've already tried to call you 5-6 times and you're not picking up my phone. I'm worried. He stopped hearing pain in your voice. I told you I was busy. You know everything. I know I always bring this up, but please listen to me this time. I just can't take it anymore. I deserve to know what's happening and why is this relationship not feeling good anymore. He realized that you were drunk because you always talk like this when you drink. He ordered his man to leave and decided to listen to you. Did something happen? Tell me. He only answered by the silence, but after some seconds you started to speak. You really don't know how much I'm hurting inside, right? His heart dropped. The reason why I always call you is because I'm so worried about you. All the time. You just leave me alone here all the time. I'm always worried if you'll come back home or not. It's been 3 years to our marriage and I don't want to bug, but in this situation, it's really hard to trust you now. I care about you so much. But do you even feel it? Do you really feel my love? Are you doubting me? You are the only woman I have in my life, and I feel it. I feel every bit of your love, and I love you more than that. But I'm being honest here, Jungkook. I'm not feeling it, and that's why my trust is losing. I don't say it to you, but I can't keep it inside now. I don't want to go away from you, and that's why I'm telling you this today. Please collect me before it's too late. I'm sorry for disturbing you, and you end the call. He gulped and looked at the picture of you displayed on his wallpaper. You are the only hope that I hold in my life, believe me. This life is not easy. I know it's been a struggle. I see that in your eyes. I'm so sorry. A man knocked before coming inside. Boss, we are ready to go. Jungkook looked at him and got up. I'll go home now. You guys go there and handle everything. The man got a little confused. But he stopped after seeing his death glare. You'll handle everything, right? He looked down and nodded before leaving. Jungkook grabbed his coat and left from there. It's not like I'm just trying to get up and leave. I care about you. I love you. I work hard every minute in the face of defeat. This life is not easy, but I still stomp my feet with pride because I know I have you. I have my wife by my side. You are the one who gave me strength to stay strong. Please don't say that you are losing your trust in me. Feeling his soft and gentle touch, you woke up from sleep and opened your eyes, only to see him looking at you with love and guilt in his eyes. When did you come back? You sat down thinking you might be hallucinating him, but he was there for real. He swallowed, eyes holding so much pain. Without any reply, he just hugged you tightly. You were so close to his heart that you could actually hear his heartbeat. I'm sorry, love. Please forgive me. Are you blue because of that phone call? He slowly broke the hug and looked at you. You understood very well what's in his mind. I was just vulnerable that time. He cupped your face, making you look in his eyes. No, you weren't right. At least I get to know what I'm lacking, and I swear I do every possible thing to keep you happy, but in this fuss I forget what you actually need. Believe me, I never do that on purpose. I don't like avoiding your calls, but this life, this work, it's different. I have to be alert every second of my life. Maybe I would have never choose this life and will live a normal life, but I inherited it. I can't live that normal life even if I want to. Never in my life do I want to hurt you. I always want to see you happy and smiling because you are my strength. No matter how disastrous my life gets, I always have hopes that I have someone to love, to cherish and to be loved, and that's no other than you. You nodded and held his hands. I understand, and I'm sorry for saying all those things. He shook his head. No, don't apologize. It's your right to complain. I will fix myself. I know what I'm doing is not even bare minimum. Just give me some time to fix it. You chuckled that made him a little confused and curious because it was a serious and emotional conversation. He looked down to clearly see your face. You look at him, lifting up your face. No, let me say sorry because I was thinking so bad about you. Even though I didn't say it to you, but I was literally thinking that you are having another woman in your life, and that's why you don't really come home. His jaw dropped. Yeah, how can you, Ash? He said, looking completely disappointed. You laughed and hugged him. I'm sorry. What else were you thinking about me, huh? You shook your head. Only this. Jungkook, I left alone inside the house. I need someone with me, and I know you can't be there all the time. You said, breaking the hug. Yes, so do you want a baby? Your cheeks turned pink as he just heard your inner voice. He pinched your cheeks gently and laid down before making you sleep beside him, and you rest your head on his chest while he was caressing your hair. It's been a while since I'm thinking about it. It's better for both of us to start a family. What do you think? You looked at him with so much happiness. Are you really asking? Of course I would love to have a baby. He smiled. So shall we start the process? Your cheeks turned red as you hid your face in his chest, making him laugh. Why are you blushing like a newlywed? You still have that effect of making me blush that way. The next morning, Jungkook didn't find you sleeping beside him, so he came in the kitchen looking for you. On top of that, he was getting constant calls from his men because of an emergency, but he didn't want to disappear without spending the morning with you. Wow, you have the energy to cook, he said, coming in the kitchen while you looked at him. What do you mean by that? He chuckled and shook his head. Nothing. Good morning, he said, placing a soft kiss on your forehead. I thought I would cook breakfast for you. Wow, that's so cool, thanks. His phone started to ring, which he left in the room. Your phone. He looked at you. I have to leave. You realized that he was hesitating maybe because of you, and by no means you wanted him to delay or ignore his work just to stay with you. Oh, then why didn't you get ready yet? The breakfast is almost ready. He cupped your face. Will you be okay? Of course I will. Now get ready. You have to eat the breakfast because I have cooked a lot. Don't worry, I won't leave a crumb. You chuckled while he kissed you and walked towards the room. While you were serving, your maid offered you help, but you told her to finish other work since you wanted to spend time with your husband. It doesn't happen daily when he is available for breakfast. It's really rare that you both sit down for a meal. After a few minutes, he came back after getting ready. You smiled. Why are you smiling? Am I looking handsome? He said, pulling a chair for himself before sitting on it. When do you not look good? He chuckled and then he looked at the food served in front of him that made him surprised and happy at the same time. I almost forget that there is a chef in my house. He looked at you. Why don't you continue your work? You sat down at the table before nodding. I'm thinking the same. Since I have a lot of free time, plus I always overthink sitting with no work all day, I should continue my work. Should I reopen that cafe? That would be great. It used to be your everything. You remember? That place was the reason we met and been married for 3 years. You nodded. And it's closed ever since. Just tell me if you need any help, and one more thing. There will always be bodyguards around that area, and I hope you won't mind that. I can't compromise on your safety. If only they don't come in the middle of my work or my site. He nodded. Anything else? Nope, that's enough. I'll do everything by myself. He smiled. Good luck. 4 months later. Finally, everything started to feel good. Because you opened this cafe once again after 3 years, it was a lot of work, and these past 4 months were so exhausted and busy. You got busier than Jungkook, and now he begged you to spend time with him. It only took you 4 months when your cafe started to run smoothly. Luckily, you have an old friend of yours to help you with all this, and you two were running it together. Because this was a retro style cafe and completely unique in this area, people were excited and attracted to know what specialty this cafe holds. And they never get disappointed, which resulted in an increase of people's interest in the dishes that you serve along with coffees and other beverages. Even Jungkook visited you here 2 times. Right now you were having coffee and some cakes with your friend after you close the cafe for the day. It gets exhausted since you didn't hire any staff and working by yourselves. I think we should start hiring some staff. It's hard to manage the customers and we have a life outside it too. She chuckled before taking a sip. You are not able to spend time with Jungkook, right? Missing your husband? Your cheeks turned pink. Not like that. There's nothing like that. She chuckled again. Okay, I got it, but it will take time since I'm very picky and you know it's hard to find staff that can work on a level as we are. This cafe is not small anymore. You nodded, completely agreeing with her. You were right. Suddenly you felt like vomiting and you ran towards the bathroom. Lily walked behind you to check what happened. You threw up in the basin. Wine, are you okay? What happened? She looked worried. You washed your mouth and looked at her. I don't know what's happening. I'm feeling this way since 2 days. Always nauseous in the morning and vomiting even though nothing comes out. Did you go to the doctor? No, but I think I should now. Then she realized something. Wine, did you get your periods this month? You looked her a little nervous. No, not really. They get delayed. I mean, sometimes it happens. She grabbed your shoulder. I think you should take a pregnancy test. Your heart skip a beat. If whatever she is saying happened in reality, you would be on cloud 9 out of happiness. Or let's go, we'll go to the hospital for a checkup. They will know properly. You nodded. You came back home after the hospital. It took you 2 hours and that's why you came home late. You already saw Jungkook's car parked outside indicating that he is home. You came in the living room and no maids were inside the house. Suddenly 2 arms wrapped around your waist from the back. A smile appeared on your face but you were nervous and excited too. You are late today, he said, resting his chin on your shoulder. Yes, I went to the hospital. Hospital? He broke the hug and made you look at him. He got worried. What happened? Are you okay? Just stay with me. Yes, everything is fine. Then why did you go to the hospital? You stayed there silently for some seconds, but he has no patience as he was dying to know what happened to you. Ian, I'm pregnant. Time seems to stop for a second. He thought he misheard you at first, but then you saw his expressions changing. You are pregnant? You smiled and nodded. Yes, I just got tested positive. I'm 4 weeks pregnant. It was a moment of joy for both of you. It was hard to express this happiness and feelings through words. He lifted you up and spun around. You've never seen this side of him. He was more than excited. He didn't put you down and walked near the couch holding you in his arms in a bridal style. Jungkook, are you happy? He looked at you. Happy? You are asking me if I'm happy when you gave me the most beautiful news of our life? You smiled. He made you sit on the couch. Thank you so much for brightening my life. I just can't imagine my existence without you. You are the hope of my life. But this baby will come with a lot of responsibilities on both of us, you said again, reminding him. I'm ready for everything. I'll raise my child and give them all the happiness of this world, and I'll start working on it from now on. It will start with you because for me, you come first before anything. You smiled and hugged him. Thank you for loving me so much. 날 놓지는 마 아직도 너